People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. Now, as a mother or as a father, your priority is your child. Safety and security of your child. When you have pitney, if you're a caring parent, father, mother, guardian, you are going to be like Mother Hen and the chicks. Anything that it takes to protect that child, anybody hurts or do anything to that child, you are going to take it personal. Especially as a father, the defender of the family. Now you have some set of people in Jamaica, they are called cabmen. Because you know, so Jamaica is a third world country. These cabmen, them know, so some of them pitney, they are financially embarrassed. So therefore, them need transportation. Sometimes, them not have the money because the parents simply don't have it. So these dirty cabmen, perverts we call them decide, say, alright, me I go take advantage of the situation. A lot of these little pitney, because them not have it, them have to end up giving up the sex. Sometimes these cabmen, them get so carried away, them feel like every little child where them see, whether them are 13, whatever the case, once them start must be REASTS, or them have little ASS, them get attracted to that, them want 2-year-old. I am speaking about an incident that involves two Cabbie, one 35-year-old name not given and his 13-year-old daughter. The next Cabbie, 34-year-old, he is accused of touching up, SEXUALLY, touching up the 35-year-old taximan 13-year-old daughter. Based on information, it is said that the little 13 told her father, Daddy, you don't know, say me I come from school or I go to school and XYZ Cabbie touch me up and try hold me down in the cab. Obviously, that father is going to be upset. Obviously, that father's blood is going to be boiling. He is going to be hot. So he decided that, listen, alright, here what my daughter. I'm going to carry you go to the power station and we're going to make a report. The accused 34-year-old Cabbie, he runs from Freehill to Aracabessa, I think that is in a St. Mary. The father, 35-year-old Cabbie, he runs from Ocherius to Aracabessa. So I guess at some time on their route, they would cross paths. Coincidentally, that day, when the father decided that he was going to do the right thing, he might carry him daughter to go make an official report. Guess who he saw? He saw the 34-year-old accused Cabbie. It was then that the father, and rightfully, justifiably so, decided to chase when the daughter said, Daddy, you know, see the little dirty Cabbie? Of course, you know it was on and popping. Based on the Popo report, it is said that the 35-year-old Cabbie gave chase. The 34-year-old Cabbie in a female vehicle tried to avoid, tried to take for himself. However, unfortunately for him, blew some sorts of tire. The report also stated that he hit into the father's cab, so the accused licking at the father's cab. It was then that the father, 35-year-old, draw for the farm utensil, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Rush him, chase him down, and clot him in the back of the head with said kitchen or farm utensil. Based on the information, it is said that the Popo was summoned and the accused, SEXUAL pervert, was taken to the place of recovery. However, I guess the little clottings where him get at the back of him head, he would succumb to his injury. The father then take for himself. He then turned himself in a couple of days later. Up until Monday, he went to the Popo station. Up to Tuesday, he was not charged. Based on the Popo report, it is also said when he started to chase down the accused and people there on the scene and ask, "What go on?" Him say, "They don't know, say, that little dirty man here do XYZ to my daughter, 13-year-old. And then the people them say, a that go on. There was some sorts of ANGRY mob and people. You know how that go." He was going to get the whole catalog. Now people, when the Popo hold on this man, them still not charge him. If I know Jamaica like I know Jamaica, and based on the circumstance, if a father defends his daughter, especially from a man who jump over our fence, any judge in a Jamaica, not saying that we have the brightest judges in a Jamaica, based on what we see them letting out all sorts of criminal, all sorts of KILLERS, you name it, they let them out for some strange reason. But me just say, knowing the culture and psyche of the Popo and these judges, I doubt that this man is going to get charged. And even if him get charged, based on the fact that the people must say some MOB was also there, I doubt that any jury, any judge, any prosecutor will want to pursue this case, take it to the fullest extent. Because pretty much that Cabbie, the accused, got exactly what he deserved. Because had it been you and I, even if we are legal, law-abiding, tax-paying, the decent church type, maybe if we hear something like that, that would be the straw that brought the camel's back. That would be the catalyst that would push us over the edge for one get justice immediately. May I talk about Tarzan, Jane, and the little monkey. So people, like me say, at the end of the day, do not take advantage of people, children, because when you do that, you scar that child for life. When you do that, you enrage the parent, especially a father that is serious. So therefore, this man did what he thought was right. He was on his way to the Popo station to make an official report when he saw the man, and then that just flipped him switch. And he lost it, and he did what most Jamaican men, mother or father, wouldn't do. Them are going to take it to the furthest extent, and people, justice was saved swiftly. In my opinion, people that take away the lives of innocent people, knowingly and willingly, intentionally, people that jump over the fence of a woman, if a big woman, if a granny, or even worse, of a little picnic, to the leastest extent, that person deserves the furthest extent of the law. And I am not speaking about the system. May I talk about the system should make his life be a failure. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it seems as if legendary dancehall reggae artist Buju Banton has finally caught back himself. And what I mean is stand up for the rights of sensible stuff. What I mean, I saw that he was on some sorts of campaign of a whole bunch of conspiracy theory that were not correct. Everybody have their opinion. However, when you respect an artist and that artist is a stand-up person, that artist is for rights of things that are reality, not made up in his mind or his opinion, then it is different. I am speaking about a recent performance that he did wherein he was pretty much burning out the system, speaking and exposing the system failure as it pertains to governments. He spoke about those sheeples that follow politicians, follow politics, However, they have nothing to gain other than getting exploited. He spoke about these weak men, new generation in a Jamaica, where they don't fight for truth and right. The only thing that they're about is hype, mix up and passa. And they are politically in a bondage. He spoke about essential workers as in teachers, nurses, doctors, po that cannot get any sorts of raise. However, politicians are getting between 200 and 300% raise for doing nothing, none at all. He basically is saying that these politicians have these people so brainwashed, brain FUCKED, that they can pretty much get away with MURDER or squandering, thieving millions or billions of dollars. Take a listen, take a look to exactly what he has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Turn off this live broadcast to class. Let me talk to the people. Buju can't talk. And I want you to realize that this class system is rigged. We pay the most taxes more than any other nation in the world. Let me check it out. Because they try to make this community and this country politically dunce. In the last 25 years, the youth of this nation do not understand what a politician role is. Now, what is mandate supposed to be? Why? They are politically ignorant. And if a people is politically ignorant, then those who have the knowledge can do anything they want. And when they speak over you and using huge words that you don't buckle out to understand. Imagine, we in our country, where I was the police who fight crime and face gunman day and night to ask your raise up here and not get it. I watch the nurse ask your raise up here and not get it. I watch the doctor ask your raise up and my politician raise your clap here 200%. And what did Jamaicans do? Jamaicans talk for a couple days and then kill a little child and sway your mind. We mourn for the loss of every child who dies in Jamaica. But do you know there are over 6,000 children gone missing from Jamaica since January? Do you know that? Why you sitting on your class, drinking rum every man and say you're drinking special? Weak in the man of Jamaica today are weak. A man cannot regular low. Listen to me, I make sure to cut off this last half of the life. A man can't tell me, say, you get up in a clock, man, and before you drink a cup of hot tea, you go and drink rum and boom. You're weak. The struggle is upon us and they are busy weakening our men. They are no longer protectors of our women. And if a man do not know his constitutional rights, he is the kind of man who's going to sell his vote. Because your vote is not for you, it's for your children's children. You're voting for better. You might not live the seat, but your voting team will make sure your opinion come and shine. What the class is this in Jamaica? We are almost 2025 and most people still have an outside toilet. Yet you want to tell me about progress? Progress means more than road. Progress means more than rich politicians. Progress means the people satisfied. Because if what? If my people are satisfied, we have no crime. If there are people satisfied, notice in our country, who steal? Those who have already. Who rob? Those who have already. You notice? But their crime is never highlighted. It's the man who steals to eat. And I'm condoning it. I am not. So don't get this cloud you're twisted. Yes, right?
Now, people, like I said before, this is the type of Buju that we want to see. An artist, a person that stand up for rights, reality, stuff that everybody can see, not somebody opinion, some sorts of conspiracy theories. So we know that Jamaica is the tax is like 16 or 17%, probably even more. One of the highest taxes anywhere. So you have to ask the question, so where are these tax dollars going? Because the road look like ish, the hospitals look like ish, the power station look like ish. So therefore, the money must be squandered. The money must be going to the wrong place. And people don't know if this was some sorts of live broadcast. However, Buju did not care, and rightfully so. Pretty much I'ma make you know, so listen, these politicians are not held accountable. And the reason why they are not held accountable is because Jamaicans, they are passive. Jamaicans, for a place that most of the rebellious slaves came or come, them passive very bad. Everything is a 9-day talk. After 9 days, it is as if nothing happened. It is back to square one. No sorts of pressure is put on these politicians. No sorts of pressure is put on the concerns that the people have. And it is because the men nowadays, these new generation or even some of the old ones, them just busy a drink boom, them just a think about party, them not think about to protect them people, meaning their kids, the mothers, the father, the granny. We see that of lately. It seems as if women and children and elderly are the new target group. So people, this is a sign, a recipe for destruction, and that is why Jamaica is in the state that it is in. A state of BS. Point blank and period. Thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.